Hello, my name is Chari Konomi.
My name is Jeff Stone. Welcome to the second episode of ChatGBC. On this episode, we're going to talk about everything that's new at GBC, over the last 5 or 6 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into that, Hari's going to run us through what's happening at GBC this week.
Yes, so on January 22nd at 7 p.m. we have Bazooka Ball, which I don't know what that means, but hopefully it's going to be fun. Then on January 23rd, Make It Take It, 1 p.m. also at the Jones Center. January 24th, make waves this semester, people. Don't be scared. And continuing on the 25th, we will have Donuts with the Dean outside the Student Affairs office. And I heard from Tatiana, she told me yesterday that there will be a truck with a full truck of donuts. I really hope this time, I really hope that they will be free at 12 p.m. So in between your class, get out there. On the 26th, just keep swimming. Continuing on the water theme of after making waves, swimming through them from Nemo. Do we know if it was Nemo or was it Doris that said, just keep swimming? It's okay. Someone
You know.
I think it was Doris.
It was Doris.
I think it was Doris.
But
sure.
Back to the free donuts.
Yeah.
Are they free or are they free now that you've said it here?
I am, if they are not free, then I'm on the hook for saying that. So I have to stand there and pay
Free
for people's donuts.
On what day?
On the 25th of January, Justin Moses, our wonderful dean, will be there to host that event as well. And I hope that there's Boston cream donuts there because that's the ones I like. On the 27th, we will have a men's basketball and women's basketball game against Felician at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. respectively. I don't know if it's at home. Don't quote me. On the 28th, don't be a barnacle, go to class.
And then you guys had a pretty eventful week last week.
Yes, it was the MLK celebration. We went to downtown Wilmington with Sulakshmi Vaid, who is spearheading this event. We cleaned up the streets. We made banners for...
Cleaned up the streets?
Yeah. We put trash in the big trash bags. We did not clean up the streets. But there was police there. They had very nice hats. And they looked very, official. And it was like a police escort. So there were like motorcycles and these like really nice American motorcycles and like police cars kind of, opening the way for the mart to go through. It was really fun. It felt very American, for me at least, who is not American. And then... and then we came back, we went with the students, we went to the Inner Source Wellness Center, which is Dr. Malvina's center, and we did some yoga, really nice, really relaxing yoga, and a drum circle to finish off. Came back to campus where we hosted the Poetry Party Live. Very, very talented artists from Baltimore performed poems and songs for us. Rap and pop, and it was for me very nice experience to do that. Very talented artists who every Wednesday they have a show in Baltimore, an open mic, and also they do performances there themselves. So check them out if you have a chance. And then obviously snow. It was snowing. It was Narnia, as I like to call it. And we went down we did sleds down the hill on the soccer field. Yeah,
that's definitely a Goldie tradition too.
Yes.
To go sledding and to enjoy the snow day. We used to have snowball fights. We had people line up on the front of Xenia Senior right now. So she was the victim of that because students would we'd go out front of Miller or whatever, and students who lived in Miller would get on their balconies or the porches of the bottom floors and hide behind the bushes and stuff, and we would just bombard it. And I was a baseball player, so we just it was heaven. Just see if you could get any headshots. It was really the goal.
I remember the first year we had here, and it was after the season was done, and there was a snow day. Everybody got an email, classes are canceled. I remember a text message in the group chat, I think it was by Ethan or something. Hey, come to my room. It was 10 a.m. and we had a good time. And then we went outside all, buzzed and ready to go down the hill. And it was really fun because it was we were sliding on paper bags, plastic bags, because we didn't have sleds. But it was really cool. And then I tried to slide like this, with open arms, forward, but you have to like really arch so that you only slide on this part so you don't get snow inside of your jacket.
Oh, so you face planted.
Yeah, it's okay. But the second time I went and did very well because I learned from the first time.
Yeah, we know all about doing better on the second time.
Yes, or the third time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first episode was about kind of our history with the men's soccer program and a little bit of our backstory with the Goldey family and things like that. So we figured this episode would be a good one to talk about the things that are new relatively in the last 5 or 6 years or so, since we see a lot of stuff. A lot of people comment on the social media and say, oh, I wish I had that when I was there. So we can run down all the things that they wish they had when they went to Goldey.
I like
But
it.
starting at the top of the list, this happened in 2019, but preceded a lot of the new developments that you see, which is Colleen Perry-Keith, the college's first female president. She got here in 2019, and then right after that, like not even a year later, Fronta was finished, and that came right alongside with the dining hall. And so what other things have you noticed, like, as a student here that have changed? So I got here in the beginning of 2017. When did you get to GBC?
I got here in this fall, of 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my freshman year. I turned 20 the week after I came. It was my birthday. It was good. Because back then we used to do I think the soccer team still does it, like initiations, where you'd have to like sing a song, and the guys would force you. They would tell you, they would suggest to you.
I saw it. It was
Yeah, they would
highly encouraged.
Yeah, heavily encouraged. Very good. To sing a song either on the bus ride to an away game, because back then we would go to away games with the girls team, and you'd have to be in the middle of the bus so that you would be, equally next to the girls and equally next to the guys, but more importantly, so that you would embarrass yourself trying to sing, or you'd have to do it at one of our
What did you sing?
social gatherings. I sang "Beautiful Girls" by Sean Kingston.
Oh, my Hari.
Yes.
Of course you did.
Of course I did, right? 2018 freshman year, Hari did that. It was good. I still have videos from it. Lina filmed me doing it and then send it to me. I still have those videos, and they come up every year as like a memory.
Oh, we got to put that in then. You got to send it to me. Hey, if I put my penalty in here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know what's more.
I don't know. Listen, you do you. I don't know. You. I don't want that.
Let's go!
Yeah, moving on to new things at Goldey. Obviously, Franta is expanding the campus, and now it's the freshman dorm, so that pressure is off of Leach. That used to be the freshman dorm, but Leach still carries on with the fire alarms every other day. Obviously we have a new cafeteria or a dining hall that is such a lifesaver, because it takes so much time away from getting groceries or cooking. And you can still cook if you'd like. There's still kitchens on campus, but takes so much time off. It's so much more convenient for the students, and it helps us to have time to do homework and and interact with each other.
Because Fronta's definitely different, because Leach, what was here when I just did that video too about the 50 years of GBC in Pike Creek, and it was Miller and Jackson.
Miller and Jackson, two buildings.
And then Leach and Abel were added, but Miller and Jackson were, I guess they were all brand new, and they were created kind of like apartments, just in case like the college didn't work out. They could like sell the buildings as like apartment buildings.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they expanded to Leach and Abel, and those are very similar apartments with kitchen. And then Franta is like the kind of like the freshman experience.
Traditional college dorm. Yeah. Franta looks more like how I think when we as like foreigners watch American movies, like college American movies, that's the kind of apartment style that we see, not the ones with the kitchen and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely more like that. But yeah, we have also like the wellness center, who that like kind of highlights a little bit our awareness of mental health on campus, and it's a resource for all students to use and to improve our experience on campus for sure. And funnily enough, it is in my old room in Jackson Hall, bottom floor Jackson. That's where I lived in my sophomore year. But it's now, fully remodeled and fully good and fully, it's very nice in there.
Seems like they retired both of our old rooms. Well, mine was called Lolo's, but when I walked by there, it was the first one, and Miller, when you're walking down the path to the right, and I saw it was like into the window, it's like just stacked chairs, tables, I guess.
That's sad, because I've heard some stories about that room, about that. Why was it called Lolo's, Jeff? Tell us, why was it called Lolo's?
Yeah, we'll have Lolo or someone else on to explain what it was called.
Yes.
But yeah, there were some. Who would know really well why it was called Lolo's is Bernadine. So one night we were having a party in Lolo's. Yeah. And we were playing our music really loud, and I guess multiple people were trying to like play music, and somebody accidentally connected to her Bluetooth speaker.
And where was she?
She was in the apartment right next to ours.
Oh, so she wasn't at your gathering.
No, Bernadine was definitely not. Oh, she was invited, of course. Bernadine was invited, of course. But she was not there. And the music just started blasting from her side of the building, because it's like right there connected. And then,
get in trouble.
Yeah. I just remember I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, look down the hallway, and like, just see the front door fly open, like swing open. There's Bernadine, like right out of a Western. I'm like, this party's over. So that was a couple other eventful things happened that night. But we'll leave those for another time, another thing. But back to some of the new things that have happened at GBC over the years. Recently, there's a lot with athletics. So the new weight room.
Yes, bigger weight room.
Yes.
Bigger training room. Definitely bigger training room, which was needed. The coaches now also have like their own like offices. Like they have like a whole, and there's like a conference room there for teams to meet and have presentations. And that's where also the Athletic Leadership Academy meets to have like workshops and stuff like that as well.
So the training room at least like tripled.
Yes.
In size.
Yes, absolutely.
And the weight room like doubled or tripled too. They used to have up there the Wimberley room and the chapel. Now it's like the Wimberley weight room area.
Yeah. It has a big achieved grader up there on the thing, so you can watch it when you're doing bicep curls or something.
But no, it looks awesome the way they extended it. It's like, because even before our time, I remember listening to people talk about the weight room that was downstairs. That must have been crazy. So then they moved it upstairs, and then recently just doubled it. And so that's huge. And then along with that, in the basement of this building, the lower level of the annex where we record, because we're on the second floor, is the the basement. The lower level is the Esports Arena.
Yes.
Goldey has a brand new Esports Arena with like at least 20 gaming computers, and like and then on the side like consoles and couches for like what I know you guys have done like FIFA tournaments in there. And
yes, we have. We would go play FIFA. I know Eddie used to go play FIFA a lot there. Adam as well, Pedro, Macy would come to play FIFA.
Who's the best?
Who's the best?
Yeah.
So this is funny actually. We had Abdul on our team. He came on, right? He was a freshman, and he texted in our group chat, who like wants to play FIFA. I'm the best in Delaware. And then he played a couple people and he won, I think. But then he played Eddie and he lost.
Yeah?
Yes, I think Eddie's one of the better ones in terms of playing FIFA for sure.
Who would they use? We can get into this another time. That's just, I'm interested in that. Depending on who they use, a big deal.
Yeah, no,
but,
for sure.
I'm not that good. I've been playing for a while. But so do they have a racing wheel in there?
I think so. I think they have a racing wheel. I don't think they have like the pedals or anything, but they do. They probably do have a one of those to
Two
play
wheels.
like Gran Turismo or F1.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Where you?
The wheel. I'm injured from it too on my shoulder, but like, you know, just and the pedals, and you know, I don't have the shifter, but you shift on the.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, F1 is fun.
Yeah.
But we got to check that out, see if they have a wheel.
But they have like a team, right?
Yeah, so
Or-
Goldey's gonna start a team. We have a
Mhm.
coach, David Lowry.
Alright. Mm-hmm. Where is he from?
David Lowry. I don't know where he's from. I met him. Still butchered his name. I feel bad. One of the two has to be right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just an ongoing thing, butchering names. But mine was butchered growing up, so it's
Right. What did they call you? Jeffrey. Jeffrey?
Jeffrey's nice. That's
Jeffrey.
my name.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but how did they,
They would
mess
call
up
me,
Jeffrey?
you know, Geoff, which is cool.
Geoff.
I can no. Geoff is fine. Geoff's like Joffrey. That's probably what it was. You know, it's an English spelling of Jeffrey. So it was
Yes.
probably Geoff.
Mhm.
But the one I didn't like that much was Geoff.
Geoff.
I just felt like if somebody said Geoff, they just
Really?
can't read. I just felt like I don't even want to talk to you at education level. But I
Wow.
feel guilty about this,
Yeah.
though. This hurt me in middle school.
Mm.
I told the teacher to tell the students, a couple of people, to stop calling me Geoff.
You told on them.
Dude, that made it worse.
You went to the
dude.
teacher and told on people. Oh my God, man.
Bro, I just didn't understand how Geoff.
Geoff.
Like, it just doesn't. There's not a hyphen. There's not a space. But you know,
Yeah, it's
whatever.
It's okay.
Um,
childhood trauma.
yeah.
We're working through it.
But it's an excuse for butchering the names on,
Of other people.
on here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I just got to do more research. But yeah, so yeah, there's going to be a team. I don't know what we're going to play. Do you know? I know like Rocket League's up in the air.
Yeah, Rocket League. I think they were gonna look at. I think because they're recruiting now, and
We're recruiting gamers.
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Dude.
And like I think there's scholarships involved and stuff. Absolutely. So I think they're gonna. I think either.
So it's like one
Oh,
of the sports
yeah,
on the website,
full
on
on.
the GBC Athletics website.
Absolutely,
Yeah, it has a
That's-
page.
I think so. Yeah.
It's gonna have statistics.
It's gonna have statistics. It's gonna have. I
what
think it's
are
gonna
they
run
gonna be?
like.
What are the games? I wonder. They got to do Rocket League because I think
Yeah.
Wilmington has like a Rocket League team or something.
Yeah, I think the different because I remember asking the coach if there were other schools on in the CACC that have esports teams, and I think he said they're on the process of starting them.
Yeah,
So yeah, I guess we're gonna play against other schools
yeah, that's awesome.
and beat them.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially Wilmington. That's the
Especially
one. Let's just beat them. And
Yeah,
then,
then
you know,
we'll
worry
worry
about.
about
But how cool would that be? Like, you know, you have. I wonder if they would do like if their team came to play our team.
Mm.
I guess we'd have to do it in the arena. You know, in the
Maybe.
yeah,
I
but-
mean, yeah. Maybe they would stream it as well.
yeah,
That would be cool.
that would be cool.
Goldie stream
Yeah, live
live
on
stream.
Twitch.
on Twitch.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll figure that out.
What else is new?
Yeah, so the new thing's going on. So around that same time that Colleen got here, around 2019, we got a new dean of students,
Yes.
Jocelyn Moses, and they've done a lot more for the student experience, and that was always my favorite part of college. You know, people are gonna hate me for saying this, but
No.
it was the outside of the classroom experience that I feel like I really grew and really found myself was doing things outside of the classroom, even though we're recording this in a classroom. So I guess, you know, the classroom in general, but so Jocelyn in the student affairs office and Tatiana and that crew does a lot for, you know, the student experience. What are some of the things that you've seen?
Yeah. So they have a lot of events. So now it's quite structured, but there's a lot of events going on almost, I think on a daily basis. There's events right outside of student affairs at the Jones Center. They utilize the new space that we have very well, the new event center. It's kind of like it gives you a break from classes. It gives you a break so that you can go, because usually some of the events can be smaller. We don't have a huge student body, so some events are bigger, some events are smaller, and that can kind of give you the freedom to pick and choose when you want to go. When you need a break, you can go. When there's something happening and it's exciting and there's a lot of people there, you can go as well. I think they were having, they're started up again with the midday movies, so you can just go to the event center, and it's, obviously the light is down, it's very calm, very peaceful, and you can just watch a movie, or not. You can just be on your phone. That's fine too. Yeah.
While you could be on your phone while watching the movie. Don't do that.
Not in the movie theater. No, not in the movie theater. But if you
go to the midday movies, listen, you're a filmmaker too.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
If you go to the midday movies and you pull out your phone, somebody's got to kick you out.
Somebody's got to kick you out.
You can't be on your phone in the movie.
I don't know. For me, you can. It's okay to just sit in there and enjoy the atmosphere of the
of your phone.
Of the place, of the environment of your phone. Yeah. I would actually probably do it at some point. Maybe check my phone, but not in the movie theater. In the movie theater is different, because then I'm specifically going to watch the movie. Here, it would be like, I just need to take a break from maybe the noise on campus or whatever it may be, and I just go there and relax. You know what I mean?
But just so you know,
yes,
the whole advertisement they run at the movie theater when they say put your phones away, it's not just for you; it's for the other people that are in there. So like when you go in there and you're like, I'm gonna pull out my phone for me, I'm gonna be like, you're just like, this is your brightness is way up. The person behind you, like,
no, like I'm not gonna put sound on my phone. Or
we gotta ask Tatiana.
Yeah. What are the rules?
Tati, when somebody comes in with their phone on in the midday movies,
is that an automatic?
Do you kick them out?
Yeah.
How is the law enforcement?
The law enforcement.
That's a good question in general on campus these days.
How is the law enforcement?
How's the law enforcement on campus? Campus enforcement.
Yeah, campus. Yeah, I don't know.
You know. Well, I'm not. You know.
I don't know. But yeah, that's one of the new things, and we also have FYE.
Which is the first year experience.
First year experience. It's like it's a credit. You get a credit for it. So it's like a course that you take. You don't pay for it, but it's a credit, and they kind of facilitate your introduction to college. So because the transition from high school to college can be difficult, even from another college to come here, it can be a transition as well. So it does the work of kind of making you familiar with staff, faculty. You get to know some professors. I know Kevin Hunt is always part of it, and you kind of get to learn other resources on campus, career services among others, and student affairs as well. So and they have other older students as mentors to kind of help the new students that come in. So you kind of get to know your freshman class, not just the people in your actual courses that you take, but also a little bit beyond that. Not just the people on your sports team, but a little bit beyond that, to get to know the other teams as well. So I think it's a good thing that happens.
And a lot of those students that you meet are heavily involved. They've started programs or clubs at the school. They're captains of sports teams. They're RAs. So you get to know them, and that's like the benefit. The real positive of Goldey is how the size and how you can meet these people who
they do. In the beginning, I know that they do this like treasure hunt around campus, so they find out like different things about where certain things are, or some history of Goldey, stuff like that. But I do know that the students really look forward to the end of the semester activity, which is the awards. They hand out awards on participation, because they have like different things that they do, and they get gift cards and other like cool prizes as well. I think somebody got a TV at some point. I'm not sure.
They've definitely passed out some TVs. Yeah. I know for like registration week and things like that, Joel would the Switch one year. The Switch, the video
Switch,
we did.
Apple headphones. Well, they give out computers sometimes as well. Yeah. So it's a good thing for the freshmen to come in. I didn't have that in my first year, I can tell you. So complain.
I remember a couple people who. They would do this at welcome weekend, I remember, or like we used to have like casino night or something. But I remember a few people who came away with TV.
Yeah, they still have bingo and stuff. Bro, I'm telling you. So I've been here since 2018, and I've never won any prizes in bingo. Never once. I don't know if they're rigged. I don't think so. I've never won.
Yeah.
No, but I think I won one time. I won like a $15 gift card at Wawa. I think yeah. So I've won.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That is.
That's pretty good. That's
conspiratorial.
Yeah. Conspiratorial.
That was the first time I've ever used that word, and that worked. I was like, I'm gonna butcher that word. Yeah, that worked out really well.
Mary Willick would be
my
proud.
English degree is like
paying off.
The professors that were like, "This kid, what is wrong with him?" They're like, hopefully they're watching this. Like, yeah.
And enjoying.
I just love conspiracies.
Yeah.
Like have you ever heard of the Goldie and the Beacom story?
No, I haven't.
We were
separated.
Yeah.
Or like not. They were two different.
They
ones.
weren't married yet. Yeah, it was Well, they
Weren't
never
married.
got married. But I was like, I said that as a joke, and then I was like, I should probably clarify they did not
They did not
get married. But we had a Goldey College and Beacom College.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And Beacom was Goldie's student.
What?
Beacom was Goldie's student, or maybe
Beacom was Goldie's student.
Maybe
Who was
Beacom. Maybe Beacom. William Beacom.
Okay. So Beacom was a person.
Beacom was a person.
Okay.
And
and Goldie was a person too.
Harry Goldie.
Harry Goldie.
And William H. Beacom.
Okay. William H. Beacom.
William Hamilton Beacom.
Okay.
No, that's probably not it. But I did my senior year. I gave a speech to freshmen coming in.
Okay.
And part of my story was this, and I butchered their names. No one knew. I was like William Goldie and Harry Beacom, switched them or something. But they weren't always together. And Beacom was a student, I think it makes it more dramatic if he was his student, but he might have been a teacher at Goldey College, and they taught like shorthand, like the abbreviated, like symbols for, like taking notes during meetings and things. They kind of look like this, scribbles.
What is that?
That's what it is. So potentially this could mean, and then. Or we could be wrong about this.
Definitely wrong.
I don't know if I'm definitely wrong. We have a book. Colleen has it in her office.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she has like the old official
Gotta go check that out.
But Beacom didn't agree with Goldie's method of shorthand.
Ooh, drama.
Yeah, and so he was like, "Screw this! I'm starting my own shorthand school."
Okay.
And. Yeah, there's actual terms for it. We'd have to get like Larry in here or somebody who like actually knows the details behind that.
Larry definitely would know.
Yeah, we might need him in here to fact check us. But yeah, so then they created separate schools, and then in the 50s, after they were both dead.
After they were both dead.
That's a very important part of the story.
Oh, okay.
Is after they were both dead, then their boards.
Board of directors
was like, it would be much better if we made it Goldey-Beacom. And I always like random thoughts. I just wonder what Beacom would think if he knew that it was Goldey-Beacom.
Not Beacom Goldie.
Yeah, because some people just call it Goldie.
I call it Goldie.
Yeah, a lot of people. The Goldie family.
Yeah.
Goldie. It's Goldie or GBC.
Yeah. So he's getting, the short end of the stick there.
Yeah, the short hand.
Short end of the stick. He would not like that.
Yeah. No, I wonder if their families will ever, if they have ancestors, and if they would ever see this.
They would cancel us,
They'll be mad about this.
They would cancel us.
Yeah, we're
2 episodes in.
This is the Goldey-Beacom podcast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
ChatGBC. Beacom.
I was thinking about that when we were like officially we were going to call it ChatGBC.
Yeah.
I was like, could we get into anything
with them?
But that's a good problem. If someone was like, "Oh, your podcast is too close to,"
we would go viral.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. I think that's what most people think about. That's why they like the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like ChatGPT?
Do I like ChatGPT? I never use it. I've never used it at all. Never done any research. Never. I don't know what ChatGPT is. What is what? you know,
Yeah.
In what way am I? No, it's a resource. It's a tool.
Oh, so you have used it?
Yeah, that's the short answer, that I have used it. Not for classes though. Only for resume writing and cover letter writing and stuff like that.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good use for it.
Never for class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just go on there and type, write a 2-minute podcast script.
Because
might be better than the one we came up with.
It would have facts and checked facts.
But I use it. I remember when it first started to get some buzz, I was talking to Joel Warden about it, who's our vice president for academics and provost.
Yes,
and
big Joel.
He made a really good point, because I was just like, it's going to take over. You know, there was conversations about how people could like identify if you've used it or not. But I just think that's impossible. It's just, they come out with new advanced.
But I thought that there was like AI detection, or because it's not just AI, it's like obviously similarity detection as well.
Yeah.
So if you plagiarize some, article, it will show up.
Yeah.
But then ChatGPTs can also be detected. That's what I've heard at least.
I'm definitely not an expert, but I do know that I think what I just said, I'm not an expert, and I do know. But I think that what ChatGPT is doing is pulling information that's already out there and making sense of it and trying to like organize it. But it doesn't always do a really good job. And that was what I was talking to Joel about. And he said that, the real challenge in the future for education and these types of things is continuing to teach students critical thinking and ethics when it comes to these things, and to be able to distinguish like what is fact from the garbage that it can sometimes spit out. Because I remember when it was first getting going, I would type like, what are the top 10 best cameras in 2022?
Yeah.
And I think that's when it came out or whatever, and it would come out with cameras that were good but older.
Right.
They weren't like the best right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I think the information on it even says, if you look up like top careers for this thing or whatever you may search, if it's like a list kind of thing, it will tell you that this information is based on like up until 2022, and then since then they haven't gotten in anymore, so it's not processing more information, it's just working on the information that it had in a specific like time period or year or whatever it may be.
I think it was like up to a certain point, but but it's going pretty crazy. I think they've got like the new like the ChatGPT 4 and now
it's updating, I guess.
Yeah, now it's paid and it's a little bit more. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge going forward, and it'll be interesting to see how colleges like
and high schools and other places. But I mean, like it's the same thing as in a way it's a tool, right? So it's like a calculator. When they introduced calculators, I think there was this like picture I saw of teachers out marching, against in the integration of calculators in schools, especially for like when you're young. But at the end of the day, it's a tool. So how do we use it efficiently rather than let's just ban it because it's there? And it's like in the internet. You can't just say, oh, well, we just banned the internet because of some bad things on the internet. That's why I think Joel was saying about critical thinking and the ethics about it, because you can use it in a good way to help you rather than to do the work for you or to have an unfair advantage over on something. So.
Yeah. And I'm a filmmaker, so when it first started buzzing, a lot of the talk and a lot of what the writers recently had their strike about was about AI use in writing and screenplays and who owns what. And I remember when it first came out, I said like write a 5-page script, and it came out. It did it like it's crazy. I remember, I can't forget like the first time it just spewed out in perfect like screenwriting format and everything, the script, but reading it was so boring and blatant, and the characters had there was no idea of like foreshadowing or like the setups and payoffs. And I remember at the end I was like, because you can talk to it and prompt it, and I said write a twist end or make it a twist ending, and it responded and said this is what it responded at the time. I bet it could probably do something now. It still wouldn't be that great, but it said I can't do that. The twist ending, like writing a twist ending, would require creativity, and I don't have creativity. But yeah, so that was really interesting. But But yeah, so back to kind of GBC and what's new and what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, along with the esports,
Mm-hmm.
we have a couple new degree programs too. I had to write them down because some of them can be a little bit long, but they coincide with the esports.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is the business administration with a concentration in esports and gaming
Yeah.
and cybersecurity. And then there's a Bachelor of Science in Digital Marketing.
Nice.
And maybe one day there'll be a Bachelor of Arts in Film
Yes.
and Television.
Yes.
Or we'll just keep making movies here in our own little film program. Yeah.
Yes.
Should we fist bump or is the table too far now for that? You guys know that Hari is an actor?
Oof.
That's new, relatively, in the last 5 or 6 years, is the
Yeah.
films we've made.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, it is.
Why are you laughing?
No, just flashbacks
They
in my
don't
mind
count. No.
of different. No, they don't count. They count. They
Yeah, they're
count.
good. No.
Well,
Films, watch them.
yeah.
All. Did I just do a Trump thing?
Watch them. They're huge. They're great.
That was good. Oh, we were definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
We have to bleep this whole part.
Cut it out.
Um,
It's gonna end up in the cutting room floor.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, making movies here, I think, has been for me like an experience. I have gotten to meet people. I've gotten to learn, to challenge myself in something that, I've kind of always been interested in. I've always loved to watch movies, bringing it back to, but not with my phone out, because back then I didn't have a phone or was interested in having one, and I was just glued into the movie. And actually, I wanted to say, when I moved to Sweden, there was a Greek society there, and my parents got involved with them, and they had this event, end of the year event, where the kids, and I was one at the time, would get like a free movie ticket. So I went to the movies by myself. I didn't care because it was Narnia, the third Narnia movie in 3D. And I was so excited to put on the glasses and go in there, and there was so many people. I was looking up like this. I was super proud to give the guy the ticket. This is my ticket. Thank you so much, and thank you. And I went inside, and 3D. So I put my glasses on. I'm sitting here. There's a family right next to me, a father and mother, and I suppose their children. And because it was 3D, everything feels like it's here. But for me, it really felt like it, because I was still, an idiot, I guess. But yeah. So in the movie, there's this huge like water sequence where the water kind of spills out of like a picture frame, like a painting, and then onto what you think is yourself. So there's a bunch of water like splashing out, and I'll go like this, like instinctively just react, and the man sitting next to me did the same thing to the other way. And then we just looked at each other and started laughing with each other. And yeah, that was my first theater experience, because before that I never went to the movie theater or anything like that. Yeah, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that creativity here on campus kind of has, started with you and Lorenzo doing Lightning Studio, and then that kind of enabling all the other generations of Goldey students to create their own things and to do their own initiatives, and kind of carrying on that thing of initiative on campus. And the campus itself has also is encouraging that actively at the moment as well, and has been doing that for a while, and will be doing that in the future too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's always been the great thing about GBC, is it's always encouraged the entrepreneurship, the creativity, ideas, anything that you can do to get people together to help. And that's always what we try to do with Lightning Studio, is to create a platform that students can, share their art, find themselves through creativity, through, writing. Aaron Easter published like short stories on the website, and we had like bunch of different photographers, Kyle, Maria, Xeni, just a bunch of people, and I think that's what we've always tried to do. That maybe one day we'll do a screening of the films.
Yes.
And we'll keep people's phones away. You'll be in charge of that, dude.
I will
imagine that. Okay,
yeah.
here we go.
Okay.
imagine midday movies.
Yeah.
Tatiana's like, hey, Hari, I want to
Uh-huh.
play one of your movies at the midday movies. And you're
Oh.
really hyped. And you go, and then you see somebody in there on their phone. How would that make you feel?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't like that. I would take my phone out with them, you know? No, I don't know. I
Airdrop them, put your phone away. Airdrop them a picture of,
of me going like
of
this.
them, like.
Yeah, or just gently going close and be like, put your phone away. And
Bum, bum, bum.
bum, bum, bum.
Pam, pam, pam.
Well, this was really good. I think it's now time for your Polaroid of the day.
Yes, Polaroid of the day is of Amanda Birch and Jared Sloan, who are legends of the campus for sure. Jared is a really funny guy, former Marine.
I think you're always a Marine.
Sorry? You're always a... Oh, yes, Simplify to all our Marines out there. You're always a Marine. You never stop. I didn't know that. And Amanda was my advisor in my freshman year, and she's great as well. And they took a picture together, and they wrote... I don't know if the camera will be able to catch it, but it says... The quote is a very interesting quote. It says, want to hear something that would get me unhired?
Well, he doesn't work here anymore.
He doesn't. No,
Jared.
but he got a new job.
What'd you say?
What did you say, Jared? No, he didn't say anything.
Did you see his business card?
I didn't know. I didn't know that he had a business card.
His business card was like I don't know what he does specifically,
Right.
and I don't know what he did for Chuck.
Mm-hmm. He did something.
Yeah. He's
They
no
were
longer
doing
here.
something.
No, I'm just kidding. But his business card was it had like an anchor, like a boat anchor,
Oh,
like
really?
a fish anchor or whatever, and it
Yeah.
had I think it had a couple fish.
Uh-huh.
You call them fishes or fish?
Okay.
Is fish the plural of fishies?
Yeah, the fish is definitely the plural of
Fishies.
fishes. Yeah.
I like fishies.
Yeah, but
So he had a couple of fishies on the business card, and
Okay.
it's just his name, and number, and email.
I mean, it's not bad.
All right, this is a good episode.
It was a good episode. Don't forget to share with us what can get you unhired.
Yeah, and other athletes,
Yes.
GBC student athletes that went professional. If we brought that up this episode.
We might have on the different tries. On the second attempt or the third one.